Every tax season, millions of Americans eagerly await their tax refund check. And while it can be a big payday for some people, some experts also say a huge check is not always a good thing.
It can be so confusing what to do with all this. That's why we have help to walk us through it. Joining us live is Steber, Chief Tax Information Officer at Jackson Hewitt, to explain. Good morning. Welcome to Houston's Morning Show.
Good morning. Good to be here. Great topic.
Oh, is it ever? So why don't you walk us through the pros as well as those cons of a big tax refund?
Well, there's a lot of misinformation, myths, so-called experts, those TikTok guidance people that are also geopolitical experts. And I'll simply say, near 40 years, a big refund is a great thing, not a good thing, and not a misuse of your savings. You know, you didn't forfeit 15 whole dollars of earnings. If you get that big refund at tax time, which 3 out of 4 people have for the last 20 years, and you spend it wisely, you buy appliances, you pay down some debt, you put some into savings, and our surveys and other surveys have shown that's the way people go. That's just a medium of savings that a lot of people are agreeable with and they like, and it works. That's why.
So, because I was going to ask you, is it better to get a big refund? You already answered that question for me. So my next question actually would have been, when you're adjusting your withholdings, because obviously your withholdings make a big difference in this, how do you adjust those to ensure you get a bigger refund?
Great question, and I'll say it very simply. It's really easy to adjust your withholding if you're an employee with your W-4. Most companies are online with technology now. You can do it on your computer in about 3 minutes. And for your viewers, it's really simply just to go add a few dollars to that line 6 or so. You know, I tell people, if you didn't get a big refund last year or this year, you know, figure out what you want, divide it by the number of pay cycles, call it 24 if you're getting bi-weekly, and add that amount to a weekly withholding. You'll hardly miss 50 bucks or 25 bucks. And that $2,000 or $3,000 at tax time can make a huge difference. Also, you need to do a mid-year checkup. I tell people in July, take a half a year worth of data, double it for a full year estimate of your income, of your withholding, run a quick tax calculation in the margin of last year's return, or even on a napkin or any of the calculators that are out there, and just see where you're going to be and do a mid-year pivot if you need to. And it's just a good thing. So if you see and your friends say a big refund's bad, you could have earned money if you'd have put that into savings, tell them how much you're going to get on a savings account after tax, 15 bucks. Better to get a big refund all at once if you know how to use it.
Hey, well, that's clear cut then. You answered that one for sure. So at the end of the day, any more advice you have for people who do like that larger tax refund?
I'll simply say, don't shortcut your taxes and do them on a smartphone or on the tram on the way into work. It is your largest financial transaction. So 2 choices. One, either hire a pro and get all the deductions and credits, and there's a lot of them, or put in the legwork yourself. Read up on the topics. Find a tax site that you like. Don't shortcut it and just do it fast to get it over with. It is your single largest financial transaction. Treat it as such, and you'll get a bigger, less stressful refund each and every year, or at least the kind that you like.
And if you do it right and properly, the IRS won't be knocking at your door either, so you might want to make sure you get someone who knows what they're doing. Mark,
accuracy does matter.
It certainly does.
Glad to be here.
All right, thanks a lot.
I like his positive energy. It doesn't make it seem so stressful with the taxes. Thank you for that, Mark.